Wow, look at that. His wheel's lifting. Oh, it's gonna lift again. Yep. Oh, I feel like we're in a wheel-to-wheel race right now. This is cool. We did it, Brian. Howdy y'all, welcome to another Miata modification series. I'm Victor Pitstop, and today we're going to be exploring if alignment does actually make a difference on track. Spoiler, it actually does. Every car from factory is set up within tolerances and typically more prone towards a docile understeer setup so the normies don't end up in a ditch. The Miata is no exception despite its demographic of buyers, people like us that enjoy driving. The Miata is no exception despite the demographic of buyers. I found a shade tree alignment shop that got me in and out within an hour for 50 bucks. My alignment was not the best from factory. The shop did the best they could given the specs that I handed them from Flying Miata. It wasn't the Flying Miata stock setup as I initially wanted. They could only max out so much camber in the front, which again, it varies from car to car, but the setup was close-ish. So the alignment specs before were on the fronts, starting with the left, was 0.1 and then negative 0.6 on the right side. Then they adjusted to negative 0.9 on the left side, followed by negative 1.1 on the right side. And that's the best they could do in terms of getting as much camber from the front. Going on to the rears, here's where things get really interesting. Before, the left side was negative 0.8 and the right side was negative 1.2. They adjusted to negative 1.5 on the left side and negative 1.6 on the right side. So I have more camber in the rear than the front by pretty much a half degree. Typically you want more from the front or at least match them in terms of negative camber. The toe in front was adjusted to 0.04 coming from 0.09 and the toe in the rear is 0.07 all around, and it stayed that way. Now caster. Now caster you usually want to max out to 8 degrees and that's about as far that you can go on stock, and turns out that my car was pretty much there from factory, hence the reason why it feels so good. Caster does contribute to the feeling of the steering, and that's why my ND Miata has always felt really good in terms of steering response and steering feedback despite the EPS. Enough blabbering, let's head to the track and see how big of a difference it is. Before we get to the lap, if you like driving fast and you like cars and you like driving cars fast, then please consider liking, subscribing. Would be super awesome of you. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate you very much and thank you for even clicking on my video and being here with me. Way outside the apex that time. Oh, come on. Yeah, I've got to be way earlier on the turn in. It's hard. Oh man, it ruined my lap. It ruined my lap, bro. My LSD was turning hard there, really trying to find traction. This car doesn't have a whole lot of power. I gotta get used to this because it's on throttle rotation now. Like the front end kind of understeers, but you get on the throttle and it rotates nice. getting on a good heater. I get behind a fucking goober, man. Around for a little bit. Let's cool her down for a few laps. Okay, Matt just got here. That's exciting. My transmission tunnel is on fire right now. It's there. The 129 is there. It says target is 129.6. I know I do this being casual, and bless those people that are on the track, but I can't imagine like what it feels like to be a Formula One driver on qualifying and somebody slow is like right in front of you and you're like, really, bro? While we're cooling off, let's talk about the suspension setup. The car, I have to turn it a lot earlier than I typically do, so I gotta aim real early at the corner just to like get it to turn in, because it's not very darty, which is fine. It's a little bit more planted, it's a bit more neutral. I haven't tried to like really aggressively toss it in. However, under braking, it rotates a lot more. Like the ass end of this car is like rotating, but not in a scary way. Like it's planted once you're on throttle and you're in corner giving it more steering input. It's like very nicely planted, but in order to get more rotation, you have to get on the throttle. So it's very neutral feeling. So I'm curious to know what it's like with like 2 degrees of camber, 2.5 up front, because this is interesting. Like it's taken me a long time to get used to this. I have to adapt my driving style, but I'm finally understanding how to do it. So what we'll do, I'll cut now, and we're gonna do another session. Once the car cools down, I just, I have the time in me. I was getting the groove. I'm doing good, but I think on the 3rd session we can break into the 120s. Finally sub 130. That's gonna happen today. Hopefully we beat the rain, because it said that it might rain, so I really, really, really hope to do that. It would be really nice. All right, let's give it a whirl. Here, and then get on it. Yes, there you go. Slightly on throttle just so it keeps rotating back there. A little bit too much rotation, but it's fine. Good catch. Stay in here. ABS is going crazy right now. We did it, folks. All right, now we can cool off. We did it, even with the scary part. Yeah. I did it. Matt, I did it. I fucking did it. I'm sub 120 club. Woo! Just show you the difference between my car and Matt's car. His car's getting set up for Grid Life Wisconsin at Road America. And this gentleman right here, Oh man, I wish him nothing but the best of luck. I do want to go, but I can't afford it right now, and it's fine. We did it. We did it, Brian. We did it. All right, so I understand the car. It rotates under throttle. Turn in, not quite there, but that's fine. I feel like if there was more turn in, it'd be just a little skittish, kind of like Yusef's car, but I could adapt to that. I had to adapt to this because I was turning 131, 131, 132, and I'm finally starting to understand that you've got to take your set, turn in a little bit earlier, and then get on the throttle as you've got your car pointed in. If it's a little bit further outside of the apex, that's fine. Whew, that was fun. That was a good save. Or turn, what was that, 7? Or turn 8. Math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was pretty gnarly because usually you can rotate there, but I'm not used to rotating that much. An alignment, 100% worth it. Alignment is absolutely worth it. Hell yeah. Wow, look at that. His wheel's lifting. That's sick. Oh, it's gonna lift again. Yep. That's insane. That was cool. Here goes some traffic. Oh, I feel like we're in a wheel-to-wheel race right now. This is cool. This is sick. Finally am back sub 130. Super stoked about that. However, if it weren't for that little step out oversteer spot, I believe I did lose about 6 miles per hour of speed. It would have been in the 128s, which is pretty rad. Once I started understanding how to put everything together and really drive the car, it started clicking. Basically, I would have to set up earlier, dive into the corner, and then mid-corner get back on the throttle and the ass end would rotate, which is pretty awesome. Then I can carry all that speed out, build it up, and that propelled me out of the corners. So the consensus is get an alignment. It will really help out your tires in terms of wear. It'll help out your driving in terms of the way that the car feels and also stability. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for getting this far. Again, if you like driving fast and you like cars and you like driving cars fast, especially Miatas, kind of an oxymoron because Miatas aren't fast, then please like and subscribe. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. So happy that you're here. Until next time, bye.